What's up guys, this is Yasser. Welcome back to my channel. You're watching Yasser's Fit Frag, and today I'm going to talk about another set of clones from Perfume Depot. So I have 6 in total, so I'll start with the ones which I don't like the most and I'll place the ones which are my favorites in the last 3. So coming in at number 6 is Tobacco Rose. Now in case you're looking for a strong projecting and a good lasting attars, this is definitely that you can try. So just like the name, it is a simple composition of tobacco and rose based note. So these two are the main notes that you can sense in this one, and it is quite potent, but nothing like a dead cheap attar. It is done well, but at the same time, because of the tobacco and rose, it is quite potent. So the projection is also really good because of the same. It projects about 2 to 3 hours and it lasts about 10 hours plus. So in case you're looking for a good lasting tobacco and rose based attars, then this is definitely that you can try. So coming in at number 5 is Guilty Oud. Now this one smells more like Club de Nuit Intense Women, which is also a combination of oud and rose. So this one also has oud, rose and patchouli. So the oud in this is very mild. It is not like a typical oud based fragrance. Of course it is not pure oud, it is synthetic, because for this price you cannot really expect pure oud in it. You would definitely get a hint of oud along with rose and patchouli. So that's the opening in this one, and then in the dry down you would get amber and musk. So that's the overall combination of this particular attar which I can sense. So coming to the performance, it lasts about 8 to 9 hours with a good projection of 2 hours. So that's the performance of Guilty Oud. So coming in at number 4 is Guilty Oud. Now this is slightly different from Guilty Oud which I just mentioned. Now this also has oud and rose combination, but instead of patchouli in the top, it has blackberry notes as part of the top note. So you would get blackberry, rose and a hint of oud in this when you initially smell it, and in the dry down you would get patchouli and amber. So coming to the performance, it projects about 2 hours and it lasts about 7 hours. So that's Guilty Oud. I personally like Guilty Oud compared to Guilty Oud, though Guilty Oud slightly lasts better than Guilty Oud, but from the smell character, I personally like Guilty Oud than Guilty Oud. So coming in at number 3 is Creed Royal Water. Now this is slightly different from the usual fresh scents that you see. I don't know how the original Creed smells like, but this one has a very sharp citrus with some coconut note. So that's what this one has, a very sharp citrus with some coconutty or the tender coconut vibe. So it smells very tropical, just like the name Royal Water. And in the dry down you would get basil leaves, vetiver and musk. So that's the overall blending done in this one. Definitely good for the high summers in case you're living in a very humid temperature and you want some fresh cooling sensation type of attars, then Creed Royal Water is definitely a good choice. Coming to the performance, it easily projects about 2 hours and then it lasted about 9 hours. So that's the overall performance I get in this one. Not bad at all for the price. So coming in at number 2 is Dolce Gabbana The Grey. Now this one does not really smell like the original Dolce Gabbana The Grey, but I'll tell you how exactly this one smells. I don't really relate this to the designer, but otherwise it still smells good on its own. It opens up with bergamot, coriander and a hint of cardamom. So a beautiful opening with that little bit of cardamom touch. It is done really nice and it smells really good. Though it does not smell like the original, you can still try this as a scent of its own. So in the dry down you would get lavender and patchouli. So that's the overall blending in this one. Now coming to performance, it projects about 1.5 hours and it lasted about 5 to 6 hours. So that's the overall performance in Dolce Gabbana The Grey. Now coming to the last one. Now this one is my favorite among all in this particular list. All the 6 that I mentioned in this are definitely good, but the last 3 that I would be mentioning are my favorites from this, especially this one, which is why I am placing it at number 1. This is Dolce Gabbana The One Royal Night. Now the reason why I am placing this as number 1 is because it has that beautiful cardamom, very dominant cardamom, and it is done very, very nice. So it opens up with that beautiful cardamom along with some hints of cinnamon note. So that's the opening in this one. The cardamom and cinnamon is done superb in this for the price what it sells for, because at this price range I haven't really seen this quality of cardamom note. So in case you like cardamom based fragrance, this is definitely a must try. This is Dolce Gabbana The One Royal Night. Now in the dry down you would get some basil leaves and woody notes. So that's the overall blending done in this one which I can sense, but that cardamom is done superb along with a hint of cinnamon. So those are the main prominent notes that you get in this one. Now coming to the performance, it easily projects about 2 hours and it lasted about 6 hours. So not bad in terms of performance. I would highly recommend this particular one in case you like cardamom based fragrance from this list. So that's about it. Thanks for watching again. See you next time in another video. Keep sharing the videos. Cheers.